Hi, I'm Gearhead Bob, Bob Wade to the people that know me. I started this video out of something to do. I'm a car guy, somewhat of an expert in my opinion. Not as smart as Jay Leno, but I know quite a bit of stuff about him. Um, I had a wrecking yard for 25 years, Bob's Ford Parts, and I built builders and sold them and just dealt in Fords and occasionally some other cool stuff. I owned 20 Corvettes before I ever paid $2,000 for one. The first half of my life, that's what I did, was I bought and sold Corvettes. I've been in the auto industry my whole life. I was a wrecking yard counterman for several years for different wrecking yards. And I had an opportunity to start my own wrecking yard, and my wife said, go for it, so we did. And that was the end of my drag racing career, which was only 3 years. But in that 3 years, my best season, I had 19 finals and won 14 of them, and won the track championship and won a Super Chevy show. This is our home office and trophy room. Um, we've won quite a few trophies, drag racing and showing cars, and even some from my slot car days when I was in high school. There's a front of our house 20 years ago. Paint by numbers picture of my niece painted for me. And there we are at the Super Chevy show. And here's a picture of us in newspapers and cars. This is Rod and Custom on Americruise. And this here is Cruising Magazine and Northwest Magazine, my old Model A. And here's a picture of us at the in the annual first Super Chevy magazine we won. And this year we went to Bakersfield. It was a 3-day drag race, and those days my wife was able to drive with me because I was a streetcar, and they wrote an article about us because we made the finals all 3 races of the event. I have a fairly extensive model car collection. Not many of them built, but lots of boxes of them. And they're kind of laid out in order of what they are. Some of these models go clear back to when I was a teenager, but most of them are bought as adults. This here's cabinets full of mostly Corvette promo models because I was into that. That Thunderbolt model, I built that in '64 when I was a 13-year-old kid. All these Wheatie boxes, you can't see them, but they all have car-oriented things on them. And this is the Ford section. And Mustangs. And race cars again. A few months ago, I decided to start slot car racing again. In high school, I was quite a slot car racer. This track is 16 by 6, and it's an HO track. And here's some of the cars that I've collected up. I'm having a pretty good time with it. I'm amazed how much better the racers are than I am, but I'm a rookie. Here's the 79 Corvette that I did all my drag racing in. I've owned this since 1985. I paid enough money for it that I couldn't sell it and get my money back, so I kept it, and now finally it's worth probably more than I paid for it, but such is life. Besides trophies, drag racing, a lot of times they give you plaques instead. And these are my plaques from my drag racing days. And the only reason I'm going this far with it is this here's my plaque for the championship for points. This is an old sprint car motor that I had laying around for 15 years probably, and just now I'm building a old track roadster, and we're going to use the motor. Some guy brought this sign by, and he had taken it off of some sort of a store, and these were all the letters that he was able to save, so he made a Bob sign. I bought it from him. I haven't done a video on this car yet, but it is mine. The nose is stretched 15 inches like an old Homo Moody race car for Ford. It's got a small block Ford in it, and it's in my garage, so I can't get far away from it. Can't see much inside, but it has pretty much all the Shelby stuff inside also. It's a 5-speed, has power windows, air conditioning. The rear wheels are moved forward 10 inches, and it has cheater slicks on it, of course. And the rear window has Pegasus, which we've named the car Pegasus, obviously.